This show is brought to you by Oddlums.
Hi guys, and welcome to episode 22 of the Look and Taste Show. Now we got an absolute stunking show lined up for you this week. We got a gorgeous little recipe for chocolate fondant. That's the chocolate cake that oozes out all the lovely chocolate sauce. We're also out and about asking people what their favorite pizza topping is. And we're going to start you off this week with a tip on how to make a gorgeous little red pepper coulis. Now I'm going to show you how to make a gorgeous little really light sauce which is called a red pepper coulis. It's got red peppers at the base of it obviously, and it's a very healthy little light sauce. It works particularly well with chicken, all sorts of different poultry and fish dishes. Complements it fantastically. First thing we're going to do is we're going to flavour it up with some nice aromatic base flavors, which is your garlic, which is going to be roughly chopped. Also going in there is a little bit of red onion. What we want to do with this sauce is cook it very, very quickly in a sort of a low to medium heat so it keeps that bright red, vibrant color of the pepper. Now, we're just going to pop those sides off our pepper and we're just going to roughly chop it. The key here is that it's literally going to be cooked in about 10 to 15 minutes. Now you can just ruffle this up when you get home in the evening. We're going to start off by adding our little bit of olive oil in there. Nice controlled low medium heat. In goes our flavoursome vegetables, and we're going to sweat these off for about 2 to 3 minutes just until they start to soften up but don't actually take on any colour. Now once those do soften up, we're going to add in water, keeping it nice and light and fresh. You could add a little knob of chicken stock, but I think it's nice to just keep those flavours really, really fresh. Bring it to the boil, cook it for no more than about 5 or 6 minutes until the peppers soften up ever so slightly. We're going to whiz it together in our food processor, which should take about a minute until it's smooth. Adjust the seasoning with a little bit of salt, and when we take that lid off, you can see that what we end up with is an absolutely gorgeous, really bright, red, vivacious colour, packed full of flavour, red pepper coulis.
Cheese, that's it.
Mushroom, pineapple, chicken, sweet corn.
Barbecue pizza, for example. Or I don't know, something with beef.
Pepperoni. Cheese, ham, pineapple.
Well, toppings, I'm gonna go with pepperoni and if they have it, peanut butter, because that actually goes really good with red meat.
Mushroom, ham, and bacon.
Pepperoni.
No, not from here. Cheese.
Cheese.
We had pepperoni last night. It's different.
Pepperoni and cheese. Mushrooms and cheese. Yeah, I'd have to say pepperoni as well.
What do you have?
Pepperoni.
Pepperoni, yeah. Ham and pineapple actually.
Yeah. Anchovies. Quickly, please. Pepperoni.
Chicken, onions, mushrooms, and sausage.
See, yes, I'm order one pizza and I'm very happy. But say my God, oh my God.
Gonna make what is probably every single girl's favorite dessert now. It's called a chocolate fondant. One of those gooey chocolate cakes where the sauce just sort of pours out of the middle. Very simple to make. Follow these simple steps. Butter. And chocolate. Now into a bowl. We're just gonna pop that onto our little pot of simmering water and gently just let that melt down for a couple of minutes. Now our chocolate's starting to melt down in there. Very simply, next step, 1 egg. In that goes. A little bit of our sugar. It's going to sweeten up the recipe, and we're just going to cream that together. So just whisk it for about a minute. Now at this stage, we're going to take the chocolate back off the heat. You can see that it's melted. The butter, it's all mixed together. Now first off, in goes our eggs and our sugar. Just whisk that together until it becomes smooth. Make sure to get all that mixture out of the bowl and bring it together. Now the next ingredient that's going in there is a little handful of flour. That's just going to help thicken it up. So just add that in. Now you can see that perfect consistency. The only thing that we have to do now is grease our little ramekins. Very important this because it is quite a sticky mixture. So just a little knob of butter and run it around the inside. Now all we're going to do is pop those onto a tray, nicely greased, and just pour your mixture in. We're going to fill them up about 3/4 of the way because they are going to rise a little bit. Now we're just going to pop those into the oven at about 200 degrees. They're going to take 10 to 11 minutes, and when they come out they should be nice and gooey in the center and just really nice and cooked around the outside. Now take those out of the oven. If you want to check if they're done or not, very, very simple. Little knife, pop it down into the middle. What you want to see is that it comes out fairly clean, but there's still a tiny little bit of sort of sticky gooey bits there. That means that it's just cooked, and we're going to serve them up very quick because we don't want them to overcook. So just run your knife around the outside and then just very carefully using a cloth. So out they come. Lift that up. You can see that it's absolutely perfect. Now, one thing that I'm going to serve with it is just a little very simple scoop of vanilla ice cream. It really doesn't need any fancier garnish than that, because when I cut down into the center of this with my knife, you're going to see just how amazing that is. Look at that. Lovely and gooey in the center. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's really delicious, gooey chocolate fondant.
This show is brought to you by Odlums.